morning. I don't know if it's good morning. I'm tired, and I couldn't eat breakfast. I couldn't have coffee because I have to go get blood work this morning. My doctor wants me to fast, so I'm not as high energy as I usually am. But I'll push through it. So today, I am going to talk about why nice people finish last, and why I'm getting off this freeway. I'm not even dealing with these people today. It's not going to happen. So why do nice people finish last? Well, the answer to that question is they're liars. Just big fat liars. Liar, 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 Pat's on fire. Seriously, they're liars. Nice people are liars. Yep. And the reason why that is, or I should say, the reason why I say that is because they're lying to themselves. Nice people who are nice all the time, you never see them down. You never see, they're always bright and cheery and sunny and hello, and hi, and it's a great day, and good morning. These are the most miserable people you can run across. They just hide it very well. That's why I say they're liars. Because they're lying to themselves about how they truly feel and presenting a facade, a lie, to everyone around them. And this is why I say they're liars. They're just really good at it. They've been doing it for a long time. Meaning they stuff down their pain, their hurt, their suffering. They just stuffed it down and say, I'm okay, when really they're not okay. They weren't okay, and that's why they're not okay today. If you had a jacked up, hurtful, painful, suffering type of childhood, and you did not release that stuff, you're still that person. You're still that person. And, you know what? Yeah, you're still that person. I was thinking about which way to go. The map told me to go a different way, but sometimes it lies. It's a liar. It's a big fat liar. They trick you. They say, get on this lane. And then, traffic. So anyway, yeah, and so the reason why they finish last, and the reason why because if you look at someone who is actually nice all the time, you will see that they present a sunny disposition, a very cheerful disposition, but they always have problems in their personal life, not with you. They're like, hi, hey, everything's great. But if you really got to know them and you knew their life, you would understand, and you would also see that there are a lot of problems within their life that they don't show people. This is what, and it's very hard to find this out because they're so good at masquerading, jumping around masquerading as if everything's okay, and it's not. I guess everybody has this idea. Aww, there's some little dead animal in the street. I couldn't even tell what it was. Probably a chicken. Who knows out here? This is kind of country land. There's no telling what's out here. But anyway, yeah, I think we're good. So, their life is really, it's riddled with pain. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of suffering. There's a lot of stuff going on an everyday basis, and most people don't see this. They don't see it. But if you look at them closely, if you understand what truth is, if you understand what love is, then you'll be able to see it. No problem. No problem. It's right there, front and center. So, and this is, they always feel like people are using them, and the thing is, people are using them. People are taking advantage of them, but they have to see the truth of what's going on. They're allowing it. They put themselves there to be used. They put themselves out there to be abused by others, to be taken advantage of. Like, they put themselves in that position. Like, we can never not put ourselves in that position, because we have total control over our being, and we put ourselves wherever we want to put ourselves. And so if, before a drug addict can become a drug addict, they have to put themselves amongst amongst those who deal in drugs, amongst those who use drugs, amongst those who sell drugs. They have to put themselves in that position. If they have friends or a significant other who constantly lie to them, constantly lie to them, it's because they put themselves in that position. We all put ourselves in a position. And this is what, I've learned so much. This is why I share this stuff with you guys, because, the things that I learn, the things that I talk about, I don't just talk about them, like I'm actually applying them and learning from the differences or the contrast between how I used to operate to how I operate now, using the knowledge and understanding of truth and love, the foundation, all of these things, I put into practice, and I'm able to tell you firsthand, like, hey, yeah, this stuff is true. It's not that, oh, I watched a video and I'm repeating it. It's that I watched the video, I thought about it, I felt about it, I've applied it, and now, yes, I can say it's true. I can say it with conviction as well. So, these people who are constantly being or putting themselves in a position to be used, there's a reason for that, and they're getting something out of it. This is the thing that most people don't understand about nice people. They put themselves in a position to be used because they're getting something in return, and generally it's people liking them. That's what they're getting. Because when you have a painful childhood and you feel as if no one likes you, if you feel as if no one loves you, if you feel as if no one sees you, if you feel as if no one cares, then guess what? You want that because you've been deprived of that. And so you've figured out a way, or I should say they have, if this is you, then you have figured out a way to get these compliments, to get people to pay attention to you. This is why people always, they go above and beyond, above and beyond, above and beyond. Above and beyond, above and beyond. Go the extra mile. Go the extra mile. But before you look at it, they ran themselves into the ground. They're just torn down, shredded to pieces, and they can't go anymore. They exhausted themselves to oblivion, and now they have no more to give. And then they get angry. Because when you have no more to give, pay attention, people, when you have nothing else to give, and that thing that you were giving was getting what you desired, what you wanted, you get frustrated because now you have to feel.
Weather alert. Other warning. In about 25 miles from current location.
There she goes again with that other stuff. I don't know what that means. I guess I'll find out when I run into it in 25 miles. I said, oh, this is what she was talking about, a tornado. Whatever. So, they're no longer able to, or so what they're forced to see is the pain. So when they're not getting their addictions met, which is, oh my gosh, you're so kind, oh my gosh, you're so nice, oh my gosh, you're so thoughtful, when those things aren't coming anymore, now they get to sit with not being recognized. Now they have to sit with not being cared for, or feeling as if no one cares, no one sees them, and it just reverts back to all the pain that I said existed from your childhood. But this is why these nice people finish last, because they're lying to themselves. They don't actually have it within their soul to attract these things naturally. So they have to use their willpower, their physical power, their manpower, not willpower, but it's their willpower, but they have to use their physicality to do things to affect others so that they can get the response that they're looking for. Concrete, gosh, these drivers used to get on my nerves when I used to be a concrete supervisor. Oh my God, that stuff that drove me insane. Anyway, so yeah, nice people, now I've pulled back. I can say that. I pulled back. And no, I don't go above and beyond. I do try to help where I see help is needed, but I have to be mindful of how much help I give, how much of myself I give. Because when you try to help someone who's not willing to help yourself or help themselves, they will allow you, and you will allow yourself to do more and 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 do more, and before you know it, you realize you're the only one doing. And you realize you're not helping. They're just using you. They're just taking advantage of you. That's what that means, people, when they say, oh, you're using me or you're taking advantage of me. That's what that stuff means. Are you coming over, or you just forgot to turn your signal off? I don't know. I certainly don't want to be the recipient of a mistake. Anyway, so, you know, what stinks out here? Hold on. That's awful. 1 second. Oh, because there's a dump out here. Need some fresh air. I don't know which way this place is taking me. Hollywood Way. Okay, I make a right on Hollywood Way. So, anyway, ooh, it's 55 degrees. No wonder I felt a little chill. So yeah, the people who are nice all the time, they're not being truthful. They're not being truthful to you, and they're not being truthful to themselves. You know, they're not doing it because they're doing it because they want to. They just don't understand the reason why they want to. But I can tell you it's not authentic. It's not coming from a place of love, I should say. It's coming from a place of fear. And therefore, they're not being honest with you. They're not being authentic with you. They're not being truthful with you. They're not being loving to you. There's no love present. There's only pain. Pain that they're trying to run away from. Pain that they're trying to ignore. Pain that they're trying to deny. You know, and you know, every time I see someone who's hi, it's like, oh, here we go. You want something from me. Because there are people like that who want to. They will pander to you. They will try to cater to you because they want something from you. And this is the unloving aspect of it. They're not doing it because they're loving. They're doing it because they're trying to manipulate you to accept whatever they're offering so that you can turn around and say, oh, wow, thank you. You're such a sweetheart. Oh, wow, thank you. You're such a nice person. And sometimes you have to call them out on their bullshit. And, you know, I don't mean do it in a bad way, but you have to be honest with people. You have to be honest with people. If you see something, you say it. Look, if you're bold enough to feed me the lie, then you need to be bold enough to accept the truth when I give it right back to you. When I give you the mirror and say, hey, what you're giving me isn't what you're saying you're giving me, you need to accept that. You know, if I go into a store and I order something and it's not what they claim it is, it's my responsibility to myself and to them to say, hey, look, this isn't cool. This is not what I ordered, and this is not what you promised. This is what this is. This is crap. This is junk, and I ain't taking it. I'm not having it. I'm not accepting it. So you can have it right on back. Actually, don't even take it back. I'm not even accepting it. There you go. End of story. And you do that, and the thing is, you do that if you go to a store. If you go to a store and, you know, let's say you saw let's say you saw something on TV and and it's like as seen on TV, and you go to your nearest Kohl's or Walmart or whatever store is open near you, and you're like, oh yeah, I seen on TV, and like, yeah, and you saw all the infomercials, and now you see it in the store on the shelf, and you get it, and then it's junk, a bunch of plastic pieces that don't look anything remotely close to what was you saw on TV. Lord have mercy, help me. You know, and then you get it, and it's like, what do? Do you keep it? Or do you take it back and say, hey, look, this isn't what this is. This is not what it was claimed to be. Someone said I was getting X, Y, and Z, but this is something completely different. You have to look at it, and you have to not defend yourself, but you have to stand up for yourself. And look, let me just say this. Don't accept anything less than quality, no matter what it is. Do not accept anything that is less than quality. High quality. There is a standard, and this is with life, people, not just products. This is just in life. If someone wants to treat you less than, accept it not. If someone wants to dismiss you, don't stand around and be dismissed again. Don't stand there for that. You know, you want quality interactions with quality people, because only quality people can give you quality interactions. That's all that they can give you. If they're giving you crap, that's because, well, number one, you got crap in your soul, which is why you're accepting it. But my point is, if this is the case, and you are being presented with these things because your soul condition calls for it, then it's your responsibility to yourself to identify it and say, I can't accept this, and I need to work on something that's within me, or I need to work on removing that which dwells within me that is causing this to happen. But don't accept it. don't accept it. Anybody, they want to go out on a date with you, there's some crazy, dirty ass people, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to call them. You just know that, hey, this is substandard. This is subpar. And no, I cannot accept this. I cannot accept a bum who wants to just sit around on their ass all day long and do nothing and use me. Again, here we go with using. You know, I'm not going to allow that. So therefore, I'm not even going to entertain the idea. Don't entertain the idea. Do I turn here? I don't know. My thing is so dark. You know, when you have, if you have an OLED display, a phone, some of you are probably like, what is an OLED display? What is OLED display? It's a display that is not a LED display. It's an OLED display. So the thing is, if you have one of those on your, you know, if you have that kind of screen, usually the flagship phones will have it because it has the most brightest and brilliant colors, or I should say it is the brightest and offers the most brilliant colors, which is, you know, why the flagship phones have it. But anyway, when you have an image that's there all the time and it's really bright, it will have burn-in, and that image will, they call it ghosting, where it's a ghost image, like it's not there, but it's there because it was burned in. That is ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Hope it's not telling me to get on the freeway, because I don't want to. Where is it telling me to go? Lord have mercy, I don't know where I'm going. I've never been this route. I've never been in this route. Not going to work, anyway. In Burbank. Anyway, they said go this way. Alright. So, anyway, what was I saying before I was talking about that raggedy phone thing? Oh, I said something, ask people. So yeah, you want to, you know, if someone wants to date you and you see that, you know, they don't want to do anything with themselves, it's your responsibility to be honest with yourself, because if that's not something you want, then you just say, hey, look, I don't want that. It's not that I'm rejecting you. See, the thing, like I said in yesterday's video, I'm not rejecting people. I'm not putting trust in people. It's not that. It's not because I think people are bad. It's because people are misled. People are flawed. And the ideas that they present and what they present, what they stand for, their foundation, it's not always the same. Some, you know, I don't know if you know about concrete, but you know, the higher the SAC number, the more, God, it's been so long. The higher the SAC number, the more strong the concrete is. You know, so you have a 6 SAC, a 10 SAC, blah, blah, blah. It's just more durable. You know, some people have a 1 SAC concrete. That is so brittle. You know, some people's foundation is made of sand. Some of it's made, you know, from gravel, and there's nothing to bind it together. You know, so it just really depends on the people. You know, and so depending on the foundation is going to determine the type of result or the interaction you have for them. It's going to determine what they put out there. And so if someone puts themselves out there as being this person who doesn't care for themselves, you know, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't do that. You may be, you know, super attractive, but you don't brush your teeth. I'm like, sorry, I can't do that. You know, you just have to, have some standards, you know, but like I said, everyone's standard is different. But I'm not saying reject people. I'm saying look at the care and concern that they are putting out for themselves, that they're putting out for others. That's what's important to see. That's the only thing someone should be not judged upon, or not judged on, but things that you need to look at so that you can discern whether or not this person is going to bring some value or take away from what you have. Because some people will see your value and they want it. Again, like, you know, the whole money thing, you know, I spent all my money, but now I can't buy my kids food. Oh, but your hair is nice, your nails are done, your clothes are on point, you know, even your kids have nice shoes, but you can't eat. That's what I'm saying. And now they're asking you for funds because they did things with their money that they shouldn't have done. You know, they wanted to feed the addiction. You know, they wanted to cover up the pain, the fear of looking raggedy. People fear looking raggedy. People have a fear of people making fun of them because of their clothes, the type of clothes, the quality of clothes. You know, I've said before, I like dressing like a bum. I mean, not like a homeless person, but, you know, I like to just dress down. I can dress up, but I like dressing down. I prefer it. I feel comfortable just putting on jeans and a t-shirt. you know, and I like jeans with holes in them. I think all the jeans that I own now only have holes in them. And I was with my friend the other day, and he was like, why do you dress like a bum? Like, he goes, why do you dress like a homeless person? Your jeans have holes in it. And it's because of his perception. He has some type of thing going on where it's to him it's less than. And I'm just comfortable. And so he can't see that I'm comfortable. Obviously I'm comfortable, I'm wearing it. And he knows I have enough money to buy whatever I want. So the fact that he's looking at it in such a negative way tells me a lot about that person. And this is what I'm saying. Look at the value or the lack of value in a person. All you have to do is listen to them talk. All you have to do is just listen to them speak their mind about regular things. You don't have to go into some long, deep conversation and try to figure out this and that and the other. They'll tell you the most simplest things, and you'll automatically know. I should say it's a possibility that you can automatically know, because not all people can see it. You know, you can say, danger, danger, there's fire ahead, and someone will walk into the fire. You can say, danger, danger, there's a bomb ahead, and they'll walk right into the bomb. This is what I'm saying, like, you have to be mindful of these things. If you want to. You don't have to, but I like it. I like listening to someone say the most simplest things and get their take on it, get their perspective. You know, then I know exactly where they're coming from. I know where to take a conversation. I know where a conversation can't go. All these different things. You know, you don't even have to talk to a person. Just listen to someone's conversation. That's what I do when I'm doing my ride share and people are in the back. All these people do not know that they are teaching me so much about themselves. They don't know. They're talking amongst themselves, but I can see how lost they are. I can see how clueless they are. I can see how much pain they have. I can see their insecurities. I can see their lack of worth. I can see their lack of value. I can see all of these things, and they haven't said one word to me. One word. And I'm talking about a 5-10 minute ride. You know their entire life. You know their pain. And that's the thing about truth. That's the thing about understanding the soul, understanding what it is, how it operates, how it interacts with the universe, that, you know, knowing the laws and understanding the laws of the universe. All this stuff is relevant. All of it is relevant. And I think I'm going to need to make a right up here on Olive, which is at 0.9 miles. So, yeah. Don't be nice. Be honest. But be mindful of your honesty. Because sometimes you can be so angry that you come across mean. And because you're not being nice anymore, since you're not being nice anymore, you're not putting up the facade anymore, your true nature, your true self, I should say, will be front and center. And that's a good thing. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing to take your aggression and anger out on someone. But it is a good thing for you to see it. It's a good thing for you to see that it's there, to feel that it's there. So instead of saying, hi, good morning, happy ever, whatever it is, you know, when I say happy whatever, it's generally because I'm having a good day that day. And there are days that I don't feel it, which are the days I don't make a video. And sometimes I try to force it, I'm like, and it's not coming out right. So I delete it, and I say, okay, another day. You know, I may forget the topic, but at least it didn't come out the way that it was coming out. Meaning, at least I didn't put it out there like that. You know, oh, my voice is so weird because I can't drink anything. I mean, I can have water, but I had enough of that already. So, oh my goodness, I am so hungry. Oh my gosh, I just want to eat. And I have coffee. I made coffee for myself so I can drink it as soon as they take all my blood. All my blood. Yeah. So nice people. You know, you can be a nice person if you want, but it's best to be authentic. You know, when I'm annoyed, I let it be known that I'm annoyed. I have to feel it. I have to let that come out because it's the truth. It's how I'm really feeling. And I have to be honest with myself. Like, I can't fix something that I can't see, that I can't recognize, that I can't feel. Like, I can't. How can I fix that? And I'm on a journey in terms of fixing myself. I'm trying to heal my soul, you know. But I'm trying to stop the momentum first. For me, it's about stopping the momentum. Before I can release the things, before I can release anything, I have to stop doing it. You know, I have to stop adding to what's already there. That's important, people. You cannot release anything if you haven't done. This is, you know, I have someone who is, I know of someone who is trying to heal themselves and use, you know, trying to release their emotional injuries by crying, but it's not working, and it won't work fully because they keep adding to it. They haven't stopped the momentum. You have to stop the momentum. You know, it's like, you know, before you can put on the parking brake, you have to use your regular brake to stop the momentum, to get yourself to a place where the parking brake can be used. Because if you put on your parking brake while you still have momentum, you'll eat right through the parking brake. You're not going to do anything but damage yourself more. You know, so this is why it's important to stop doing what you're doing. I know this is going to be a mess too. Stop doing what you're doing that's continuing the problem. That's continuing the pain. Just stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. So if you're judgmental, then stop being judgmental. If you're hard on yourself, stop being hard on yourself. If you're hard on other people, then stop being hard on other people. You know, if you're living life in a way where, I'm sorry, this traffic is awful. I don't think there's any way around it. This is Los Angeles. Just get it together, Bradley. Just understand, accept the fact that this is Los Angeles. I got water all over the place. So I think my hydrogen water kicked in because my energy just like shot through the roof. So yeah, stop the things that you're doing. Oh, I was going to say something, but I can't remember what it was. But you have to stop the momentum. You know, stop the self-hatred. Stop, you know, complaining about other people being the cause for your misery. You know, those are the things that you're continuing doing, so you can't release the emotional injuries if you keep adding to them. If you're condemning, because you don't want to add degradation. Like, you can't, I should say it that way. You cannot remove degradation if you're constantly adding degradation. You can't remove darkness if you keep adding darkness. If you keep throwing mud on your fine china, your fine soul, then it can never be clean. So every time you try to take some off and you're packing it back on, it's like, well, what's the point? You know, so you have to stop the momentum. That's what I'm doing now, is I'm stopping the ways that I used to live by. You know, it's like, okay, I don't have to be judgmental. I don't have to live by man's standard. Man's standard to get you eaten alive. I'm telling people, you get caught up. You know, man says he's supposed to dress like this. Man says he's supposed to act like this. Man says he's supposed to do this. Man says he's supposed to do that. You're supposed to operate this way. You're supposed to hold your fork that way. All of these things are causing or they're maintaining the momentum. You know, because maybe you don't want to eat like that. Maybe you don't want to dress like that. Maybe you don't want to act like that. Then don't. But if you force yourself, then you're working against yourself. You're creating pain within your soul.
We found a faster route via US 101 South, which saves 4 minutes.
Oh.
If you prefer to stay on the current route, tap no thanks.
Okay, well, I can't tap anything right now because I'm recording, so I'll let you go ahead and do what you need to do on your own, but I would most definitely get on the 101. How's that? Anyway, this is where the fire was. I heard there was a fire out here by the studio. Burbank studio. But I don't see anything. I don't see any fire out here. Oh, is this it? No, not fire. I don't see anything burnt to ashes. where it was. It said something about Barham. This is Barham, so I don't know. You know, I really love Los Angeles. Like, I know there's a lot of traffic, but there's a lot of beautiful areas in this place. There's this one I went through the other day. It was through, I was going home to pick my friend up, and it took me through Beverly Hills, and the map said, oh, here, take this route. I said, oh, okay. And it was like I wasn't in LA anymore. It was like I was rolling through nature. It was really interesting. It was kind of like this narrow road that two cars could barely fit on, and at some points you have to like stop and let the other cars pass, and then they have to stop and then let us pass. Like, it was pretty interesting. So anyway, but it is beautiful out here, especially when it rains, because everything's so green. But right now everything's kind of ugly, but whatever. So anyway, that's about nice people. You know, if you're a nice person all the time and you don't show irritation or anger or anything like that, you're lying to yourself, and you're lying to everybody else, and you're presenting like everything's okay, and you know, you want people to trust you and give you all these thanks and compliments. But if you really think about it, you're not deserving of those things. You're not, a nice person like that is not deserving of a compliment. They're not deserving of praise, which is why they're going the extra mile to get it, because they're not deserving of it. That's the thing, people. They're not deserving of it. They don't feel deserving of it, but they want it. They want it. And this is why they run themselves into the ground in order to get it. I know a couple of people like that. You know, it's like, you know, they're really, even at work, you know, this one girl, ooh, Lord, Jesus, she will smile in your face. Hi, good morning. So, but this heifer is miserable, and they're very passive aggressive, you know, and they like to do things. They treat others, you know, unkindly behind the scenes, you know, but in front of certain people, I'm one of them, they want to present as if they're nice, but they treat other people like dirt. You know, they treat them like trash. They make them feel dismissed. They make them feel like they're not even part of the team. And that's like, it's so disgusting. But they present as if they're doing everything right, you know, and they never have a problem. They're on top of their work, but yet the work that they're truly doing on the background is substandard work, you know. And it's these people who want to be recognized and then get mad when you don't recognize them, but they don't understand that they're not worthy of that recognition. They're not worthy of that recognition because they're not being honest, because they're holding back from producing good work, great work, fantastic work, amazing work, you know. And that's just, you know, that's just the way that it is. And there's nothing we can do about it because this is just the way that they are. But what's important is that okay, this is really cramped right here. I don't know, is this 1 lane, 2 lane? I'm not sure. Oh, okay, now it's 3 lane. Ooh, Lord. What was I saying? Oh, we can't change it. We can't change these people. And I have no desire to change them. But how it helps me is that am I making it right? Yeah, I'm making it right. How it helps me is, sorry, I'm yawning. How it helps me is that I'm able to see the truth of who they are, you know. And so when I see the truth of who they are, and like I was saying in yesterday's video, it's not, I can't trust them, but I have to look at what they present and use the discernment for all of it. Oh, I need to be in that lane. I thought it was too easy. Like, why am I moving too easily here? Now I get it. I'm not supposed to be in that lane. I mean, this lane. I need to be in that lane. I thought the other lane was to turn somewhere else. And see, if I would have went in front of him, then he would have hit me because he's on his phone. He's on his phone or messing with his radio, one or the other. What was I saying? What was I saying? 21 bridges. The only way out is through him. Producing vision Avengers Endgame. When does that come out? November 22nd? That's the same day Frozen comes out. I want to go see Frozen. I didn't see the first one, but I saw the play at Disneyland when I took my nephew. They had a little Frozen play, and it was pretty good. But maybe it was just the play that I was fascinated by. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't know. I think I'll just end it here because my mind's kind of like drifting. Because I'm hungry. I need some sustenance. I need some nutrients in my body. All right, everybody. You guys have a great day, and I will talk to you guys later. All right. Bye now.